Hello and welcome to Lawrence Live. I'm Dr. Sean Smith, Superintendent of Schools, and I'm so excited today because I'm joined by 4 outstanding students we have at our 2 high schools. Today's segment is about Dance Marathon. We're going to talk about community service and service at our high schools. Let me have an opportunity for us to introduce our guests, and I'll have them do that. We'll start with the Bears.
I'm Michelle Moffett.
I'm Kiara Bafamande.
I'm Kirsten Richter.
And I'm Anna Morgan.
All right, the Lawrence Central Bears and Wildcats are in the house. Ladies, talk to me about this outstanding program we have with Dance Marathon.
So basically, we raise money throughout the year for Riley Hospital for Children. The big event is at the end where students can come and we dance throughout it. You don't sit down. And our money goes straight to the palliative care unit at Riley and the Magic Toy Castle cart that goes around and gives kids toys to make them feel better.
All right, what about the Wildcats? What do you guys have planned with it?
Our money goes to the same place because it's through our collegiate partner, Ball State, and that's where their specific portion of it goes to. So both LNLC go to those 2.
Okay, let's just stop for a second because I'm so impressed. Who's organizing all this? Are you teachers or are you the leaders?
We are.
We are.
Yes.
How are you guys? What are you doing with this?
So we are the co-presidents, and we work specifically with Ball State, so they help us, and then we funnel all the information through our 10 exec members, who then put it through our committee members, and then everyone else.
How are you guys handling it?
Well, I'm the president, she's a vice president, so I'm training her for next year because this is our first year doing it. So this is kind of like we roll with it. So we have 7 directors that are doing it with us, and we have a faculty member who's also assisting us.
Okay, so you guys organize it, you run it, you guys doing everything. You're leading the adults, right?
Yeah.
You guys learning important life skills with this?
Yes.
I think we're going to be in good hands, ladies and gentlemen. I think these young ladies and their teams can certainly run this. But let's talk about community service and why do we want to do that? Why is it so important for us as high school students to do that?
I think it's important to give back to your community because your community has given you so many opportunities to further your own career and academics that it's better to give back to at home versus leaving the country and like doing mission trips like that. You can fix your home first.
So doing it here is the focus for both high schools, is that service being here. How about the Bears?
I think through Dance Marathon, we've been able to see the impact we can create kids just in our school and our friends. We can see who are Riley kids, how much it benefits them, and how much it benefits the kids.
So I recall last year with the Bears, you guys had a heck of a turnout.
We did.
So what are we going to expect this year? What do you guys have planned, Bears?
Well, we're planning to try to get more kids throughout the school to come. We did have a lot of people the past couple years, but we have a very large school, and so we're trying to use our committee members and our board members to reach out to all the clubs, all the sports teams, and encourage them to come or even make pages online and raise money.
Now, Wildcats, I get a bunch of emails from everyone wanting me to donate, so I'm quite sure since this is your first year, someone's going to call me from LN. Yeah. I get it. But what are you guys doing? How are you guys going to get the message out and get people rallied up and ready to go?
I think social media is a really big way to do that. Obviously stuff like this, and then using Instagram and Twitter and everything else to get the word out there and make sure all of our friends know, but not just our friends, everybody in the whole school needs to come out.
Outstanding. I'm so proud of the 4 of you and all the students that are involved in this because it is about services, it is about giving, it is about supporting our community, and it's a heck of a cause, isn't it? Would you all agree?
Yes.
Definitely.
Okay. Now, I'm going to stop and I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to give something to our audience of why they need to support. It's your public service announcement, your commercial. We'll start with the Bears.
Okay, you should support LCDM and LNDM because Riley is such a huge hospital that helps someone from every county in Indiana, and it reaches more families than anyone could ever imagine, and that's, I think, a big thing that we've learned through doing this. And it helps all the board members and the committee members involved learn more about leadership and more about philanthropy and earning money.
Well said. How about Wildcats? Who's going to take it? You ready?
Sure. You should support Ellen and LCDM because it gives children a second chance to live their life to their fullest.
Outstanding. I'm so proud of each of them. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, our community is in great hand with these fine leaders who are learning in school about community service and giving back, and their cause is certainly worthy of all of us supporting them. So thank you so much, ladies, for joining our show. Community, please support them, and thank you for watching this segment of Lawrence Live. Hello and welcome back to Lawrence Live. I'm Dr. Sean Smith. In this segment, I'm joined by Stephanie LaPlante, who is our Director of Early Childhood Education. So welcome, Stephanie, to Lawrence Live. Let's first of all talk a little bit about your responsibilities as our Director of Early Childhood Education.
Okay.
What is your job?
Well, I oversee all of our early learning centers, their day-to-day operations. I work to make sure that we are not only on the cutting edge for early childhood education, but that we are paying attention to what it is that our families need, because we know that we're the first step into education for our families, and we want to be supportive.
So when we look at our school corporations organization, you have all the students primarily in preschool and kindergarten.
Yes.
But you also do a little bit of work beyond that. Talk a
Yes.
little bit about that.
Well, one of the things that we have to really pay attention to is to make sure that we have a strong transition from kindergarten into first and second grade, those
Absolutely.
primary years of education. And so I also work to make sure that that foundation is strong.
Let's focus on the number of students that we have, Ms. LaPlante. We have how many kindergartners?
We have around 1,100 kindergartners.
About 1,100 kindergartners.
Yes.
And those students are housed in our 4 early learning centers, but we're also fortunate to have
Yes.
preschool.
Yes.
Talk about that.
Yes, very excited about our preschool program. It's been one of the premier programs, I feel, in Lawrence Township for many, many years. It's high quality. We're NACE accredited, PASDA quality level 4. We have 500 students in preschool.
We have 500 students that we have throughout the township. So we're actually ahead of the game when people
Yes.
are talking about early childhood education. We actually have that in our school corporation. What is NACE accreditation? If I'm a parent out there, what does that mean to me in terms of my 4-year-old who could be coming to our schools?
Well, NACE is the National Association for the Education of Young Children, and it is just that, a national association. The accreditation process is very rigorous, and in fact, that's required in order to be level 4 for PASDA quality. So what that means as a parent is that you're going to the best of the best for your child.
Absolutely. Talk about curriculum, talk about programs. What do we do with those young students, those 4- and 5-year-olds in our schools?
Absolutely. We have what we call as a blended curriculum for our preschool, because there are many different philosophies and beliefs about what is best for young children. And what we know is that there is not one way that works for all children. So we have to look at what research says is the best in multiple ways. A traditional approach, looking at Montessori, looking at Reggio Emilia. And we bring all that together as teachers, as researchers, to make sure that we are always making decisions that work best for the young child.
Absolutely, and that is very important for parents as we're thinking about where to place our children, what type of educational system we want them in, and we certainly have a lot of resources.
We do.
The facilities themselves are quite unique, Ms. LaPlante. You have people that come from all over the country and in the city and state to visit our early learning centers. Why do they come? But what about our facilities that really make us unique?
Well, one of the important tenets of early childhood education is that the environment plays a key role for the young child. And so the early learning centers were built with that in mind. We have windows into the boiler room. We have a large playroom that students can use. So we want to make sure that every place in the school is about enhancing early childhood for the young child.
And as I look through our work here in the district, early childhood education is probably one of the most important areas that we have, and we're certainly focused on that, and you certainly lead that. Ms. LaPlante, you also have the responsibility of running some of other programs we have in the
Yes.
district. Talk about our before and after care program. What do you do with that?
Absolutely. Well, we work to actually make sure that we have an enhanced and enriched experience every day for our students that stay with us after the regular school hours.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, this lady is very important to the district when we talk about supporting our students, especially our early learners. It's a very important area in terms of social development, emotional development for students, and Ms. LaPlante is responsible for that. Ms. LaPlante's information at the end of this segment will be made available to you, ladies and gentlemen. If you're interested in anything about our early childhood education program, this is the person to contact. So, Ms. LaPlante, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Dr.
And
Smith.
ladies and gentlemen, thank you for this segment of Lawrence Live.